the chosen one in the shadows in the bustling kingdom of Keresh, where the weak were ignored and the powerful ruled with a heavy hand. The people cried out for justice. Widows were unheard, orphans neglected, and hope dimmed like a dying candle. But in a quiet village on the edge of the kingdom, a boy named Lior was born. From a young age, he walked differently. He didn't shout to be heard, nor did he force his way into power. The elders watched and whispered, "Take a good look at my servant. I'm backing him to the hilt. He's the one I chose, and I couldn't be more pleased with him. I've bathed him with my spirit, and he'll set everything right among the nations." Lior grew in grace, not with sword or speeches, but with gentle hands and a quiet spirit. The flame that won't die, people expected a warrior. Instead, Lior walked among the broken. He comforted the abused and restored dignity to the forgotten. He won't brush aside the bruised and the hurt. He won't disregard the small and insignificant, but he'll steadily and firmly set things right. Even when mocked, he stayed calm. Even when beaten, he didn't strike back. He became the hope for those who had none. The God who spoke light one morning. Lior climbed a hill and spoke words that weren't his own. God's message. The God who created the cosmos, who breathes life into Earth's people. I am God. I have called you to live right and well. He looked out over the crowd and declared, I've taken responsibility for you, kept you safe. I've set you among my people to bind them to me, and provided you as a lighthouse to the nations. Eyes opened, chains, visible and invisible, broke. You'll open the eyes of the blind, free captives from dungeons, empty the dark prisons. No glory for idols. But not all rejoiced. The priests of the city were furious. They pointed to golden statues and shouted, Our gods gave us peace. Lior responded calmly, I am God. That's my name. I don't franchise my glory. Don't endorse the no-God idols. He reminded them of the new things God was doing, not old rituals, but new freedom. He spoke of rivers in the desert and life in lifeless places. The earlier predictions of judgment have been fulfilled. I'm announcing the new salvation work. Before it bursts on the scene, I'm telling you all about it. A new song in the land soon. Songs rose from the shores and the mountains. Sing to God a brand new song. Sing his praises all over the world. Let the desert and its camps raise a tune. Let the villagers shout loud. Even the once muted voices of the oppressed were lifted in praise. Justice rolls like thunder, but God wasn't done. God steps out like he means business. He lets out a battle cry, a shout, a thunder. He shows he's been holding back, and now he's ready to set things right. Blind eyes were opened, not just physically, but spiritually. Those who claimed to see were now stumbling. Will you hear or ignore? But even in the midst of light, some chose darkness. You've seen a lot, but looked at nothing. You've heard everything, but listened to nothing. God lamented over those who refused to walk in the light, clinging to lifeless idols and stubborn pride. Moral lessons from the story. God chooses his servant not for power, but for purpose. True strength is shown in gentleness and justice, not in violence. God's light reaches the darkest place. He is no life is too far gone. We must give glory to God. Not idols. He alone brings salvation. It's not enough to see, and here we must respond to God's voice.